Like 17 here, and I want to say I'm sorry for this, but you're gonna be number one of the mini bikes build, but it's just one thing led to the other on this, the building part. So I'm gonna do the best I can for explaining this shit. To say what I did. So if you're using the same frame, there's two wheels in the back, the one in the front. The one wheel in the front I took apart. The two wheels in the back are like this. Or sometimes I only have one big wheel, but the way to tell it has the front shock and the back shock. That's how you can tell it's the right frame for this. So I'm going to start with the front and move my way to the back. By the way, that's cut out from a different project. Don't cut that out yet. So what I did here, I left about like half an inch and I cut it right above like half an inch or so. And then after that, I took both the shocks, front shocks. This side's broken. I mean, I don't know, one of them's broken. And I took it to my belt sander, and you sand them perfectly flat and both exactly the same height. And then after that, you want to weld right next to it, like right next to that, all the way down to the aluminum holding thing that holds the bars in place. After that, you want to get a bolt or a spacer or something and weld it. I don't know how good you can see that, but you want to weld it on the inside, or else it'll just bend over. Or you can do some cross braces if you can have a MIG welder for aluminum and shit. I just weld flux. So after you get that done, I'm trying to explain the best I can. You come up to the front. I should have took this tire off, but take the shock, and both of these is a little groove. Like under there, little groove for the front tire. You want to buy 4 of these spacers. I don't know how to handle what kind of all thread this is. Just get all thread for your tires that fits inside of it. How'd you say that? You get the washers for it, the nuts. I'll say that later, but the washers, 4 of them, because I need them for the back, was like $2 or something at Lowe's. And you want to line them up, weld them so they're perfectly straight. Then you want to go, I bought 4 nylon or locking bolts for the all thread. 4 axle lockers, I think they are. 4 bolts, 4 axle lockers, that was $22. Well, I didn't buy this, so it's probably like $150 for the initial buy of this. So that's the front. If you have any questions, comments, leave it in the, put a comment below, so I know, and I'll comment back, because I just fucked up with this, basically. So on the back, what you want to do, I painted this. You have the bar that holds it, and you want to cut like about 1.5 inches or something. I just cut, because anywhere. If you want to be precise, you cut it there. You cut another piece of tube seal that fits to about like, my camera just shut off, sorry about that, but 3 inches or so, just long enough for that tire. So you cut it, you line it up with that. You want to get them as straight as possible, line it up. Took me a while, I just did trial and error, but that's what you want to do. Just line both of these up perfectly. And then, well, after you have that welded up, remember, leave questions in the comments if you don't know. You want to cut these off. I'll cut them off a little later, but then right at the end of these, it's like that little opening, and that's how I lined mine up. I welded it right in there, so they're just hanging out the back. just hanging off the back. So then that's where my axle goes to, or all-thread axle, whatever you want to call it. But make sure you get really thick washers so you can weld it and they won't break. Like, you need them thick so they don't bend, break, all that shit. I just coasted down the street and it held. I had my friend push me and that still held. Pretty surprised. Still need to grind these welds down. They're fucking noxious. So after that, I'm thinking what else. The tire. This wheel, I need to take it to my dad's shop to weld it because it's too thick for my little welder, flux welder. See, I tried, but the welds just break. This is a lawnmower rim. Right there on this side, I cut the whole lip off of this side. The whole lip. The other side, I cut a little off so it just had that overhang a little. You try to weld it and keep breaking, so then I'm just going to take it to my dad's shop. And you want to get perfectly centered. Like, perfectly, or else this whole build's fucked up. Because it needs to be perfectly centered for it to ride good and smooth and nice. You don't want to forget, since we're riding on all-thread, that's going to be way more abusive on your bushings. You want to make sure you grease it every time you go riding with it or something. Because you can go with a real axle, but all-thread's cheaper. So that's pretty much what I have done on this. Remember, leave questions in the comments. In case you need anything, I will reply. Not like some people do. I want to show you what I got with the little welder. That's what I have. Leave a comment if you want to know how to make this. I'll make a video if I get enough comments asking me to. Alright. I have a little welding cart. The welder on the back, I had the cutoff wheel, sander. I don't know what this is. I don't know, but just this shit. Helmet holder, that holder, allows you to sit on top. And quad hasn't been doing anything. I need parts. When I was looking around my garage the other day, it was awesome. I found a 10-pound spool of flux wire. Filled. Fucking awesome. So, now I know where to go to get some wire. So, yeah. So, that's what's been going on with this. A little long of video, but a little longer than they do, but I fucked up with this shit. I didn't make videos, but so that's what's been going on, and comment, rate, subscribe, and see you guys later.
Baby, a song, you make me wanna roll my windows down and cruise.